Welcome to one of the special environments in college football. Clemson folks call this the original Death Valley. It is rocking in anticipation of this battle today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it's caught from inside the 20. He's brought down at the 37 after a strong return. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun running play call. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Important second down play coming up. To the air, it's Klubnik. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on third down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
And the Tigers will bring their punt team on the field now.
On to kick it away.
And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Spins away from defenders. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the tailback's got it again. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Looking for a gap. It's Lucas. Well, Kirk, no surprise. You get these two teams on the field, and it's tight and competitive right to the finish.
Well, Chris, the last time these two teams met, remember, it came down to the wire, the very final few minutes. Sure hope we get another one like that today.
Here's the second down play. Running past the 45. Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set up now at the 44.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, the offense tries to go with the play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure and came up with the sack.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Finds his man. It's Morlock. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. They'll run it with the draw play. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
A change of direction.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. On the run, it's Lucas. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0.
Florida State 7, Clemson 0.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to advance on the punt.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Offense is back out there. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
It's a 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. They get him down at the 41, but it's good enough for a first down.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. They'll run it here. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Brought down at the 43-yard line. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 7, Clemson 0.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. A solid return to set up his offense.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
He's brought down at the 20. Brings up 2nd down.
The Noles trying to cash in here in the red zone. In the red area, it's Lucas. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially...
Fired into a tight window and picked off. Can he take it all the way? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
And this is a big-time play by this linebacker showing his versatility. We know he can stop the run, but in zone defense with cover 2, he's got an area he's got to be able to defend, and it's exactly what he did. And I don't know if the quarterback even saw him or knew that he was capable of making a play like that.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Running back has it on a screen now. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. The pass rush closing in. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding, and here comes the penalty marker. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Looking to throw into Uiagalelei.
Boy, that was close to a safety. In fact, I thought with that sack we might see the referee step in there, put the two hands over his head, signaling that it was a safety, but somehow he's at the 1 yard line. Very fortunate to avoid giving up 2 points there.
And the Noles will have to punt this one away. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Just able to get it away. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Caught behind the line. It's Briningstool. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
On third down, he drops to throw. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Incomplete. Coming up, fourth down.
The Tigers will bring their punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
And he's out of bounds here on the return. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Look at this, an end around to start the drive. He moves the ball out to the 15.
Boy, a bit risky inside your own 10-yard line. You get the wide receiver involved in the run game, but hey, give him credit. Nice positive game.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. It's a nice gain. They move the football up to the 27.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
First down here for this offense. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's Brown. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Getting set. Here's second down. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. And that one's picked off. What a play. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
29 Phillies, 2-9.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And this time it's complete. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Point after, knocked right through. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff, and we'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The Seminoles look to keep this drive moving. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
He's running out of time here. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. He's picked for a third time tonight.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Clemson.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
Get set, get set.
To throw, it's Klubnik. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick this away to get the second half going. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Breaks a tackle into the clear. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Caught on the outside. It's Brown. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You call a quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? Now the 40. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
And that run produces a decent game.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
3:25. Clear.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the protection breaks down again, back-to-back sacks.
They just felt that one coming. Third down and long. Those defensive linemen are in that sprinter stance. They know the offense is going to have to throw. Great job of using that athletic ability and speed to get after the quarterback to come up with that sack.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Bringing it back, it's Benson. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. The shotgun handoff here. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Trying to find some room. It's Lucas. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Gain of 4. Brings up second down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. It's press coverage now from these DBs. He's going to hand this off.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Back to throw. It's Uiagalelei. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk, defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on third down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing him the football.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Hard running now, breaking tackles. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to run it. It's Lucas. Football comes out. The defense recovers the fumble. This should be the last play of the quarter. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And they've got him. The defense makes a big play in the last play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up.
With the score, Clemson 10, Florida State 7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. To the air. It's Klubnik. The pocket breaking down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He's swarmed by the defense.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Looks like Clemson will have the 1st down.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's 3rd down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the 1st down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the 1st down.
And the wideout goes in motion. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Gonna run it. It's Maffa. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Grab behind the line. It's Brown. They wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Looks like Clemson will have the 1st down.
To me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Got it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown? That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner looking to make a play here. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. Caught in the backfield. It's Toafili.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Second down coming up.
A completion sets up a second down play.
3:25.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's looking deep here. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Tigers will line up to kick it away. With the return, it's Benson. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
With the catch, it's Morlock. Enough for a first down at the 37.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Play action here on first down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Hit as he released it. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football if you walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.